stuff like that. And I didn't like how, knowing what we know now, like she tried to say, oh, your dad said this and that, because people don't know your dad actually passed away while you were in prison. Like,
yes, he did.
How was that for you?
That was rough for me. I feel like, so this is why I wanted to do the TMZ thing this morning, because I feel like with situations like what I went through, and that's why scum of the earth ass bitches like that, they could never get to me. My skin is so tough. And just what I went through, having to go through all these demons and face them every day. These women with these demons that they have on them, it was a daily thing. And then to be suffering losses and emotional stress and all that different stuff. Hey, George, all that stuff while you're in there and going through that, it makes you tough. It makes you, you know what I mean? And that's why I pride myself on coming out a decent person. For me, my dad's passing, it was a little bit of, it was very painful, mind you, but I knew it was coming. But it was very, there was, I don't know why, but there was a peaceful element to it. I still have not properly grieved my father, and he's been passed for a year on July 6th. And again, this is why I would never deal with this woman or these men again, because they know these things and will continue to attack me for absolutely nothing. You know what I'm saying? But with my father's passing, my father, my father, thank you so much. Create your own best version. My father was somebody who bought the community together. He brought people together, and he was very good at keeping his distance from people that he felt were not, that his spirit didn't agree with. You know what I'm saying? When my father passed, the entire prison, and you got to remember, at this time, I had been there for 2 years and 4 months. Everybody knows me. I'm not a quiet person. You know what I'm saying? I'm in there singing and rapping and twerking and standing on handstands and flirting with officers and yelling down the hallway at other officers, and you know what I'm saying, being loud at chow, and this my table, you know what I'm saying? So I wasn't quiet. You know what I mean? I was me when I was in there. I was genuinely the same me that I'm always going to be. Right. So a little bit more unhinged for the first year, but the second year was definitely growth. But so the entire prison was even people that I consider my enemy. Cause I beat this lady up named T up real bad. And she came to me. No, cause she thought, cause she was bigger than me, she was going to beat my ass. So I had to show her something. But anyway,
yeah, you had to put her down.
Yeah, she was bullying me. She was bullying me for like 3 days, but, cause I wouldn't do that for no reason. I was really on my best behavior. But anyway, but so the entire prison, and even this lady T, had come up to me and was like, Diamond, are you good? Are you okay? Do you need anything? You know what I'm saying? 600 people, 600 girls, on the rotation that I was on, right? 600 girls checking on me, officers. I was sitting on my bunk one day, and I had 7 girls in my room. Now, mind you, you're not supposed to have nobody in your cell. You can't even cell visit. You're not supposed to be at the door. That's cell visiting. Being in a cell is being in an unauthorized area if it's not your cell, right? Those are both major write-ups, get you sent to the hole, okay? So I had 7 girls in my cell. One of the slow-ass people, she gonna come in and accidentally close my door, locked us all in the cell. Now it's right. Now it's me and 8 females locked in my little bitty ass cell because they were praying for me. They were reading the Bible with me in my bunkie. She was a huge Christian. Her name was Galaxy. Shout out to Galaxy. She's a Hispanic girl, Christian woman who was in love with Michael B. Jordan. She loved Black people. She would be like, oh my God, Diamond, look how you woke up today. You look so fucking good. Like, she loved Black people. She'd be like, what the fuck? Look at her face. Like, she was really one of them dramatic type of, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so she kept me uplifted already. Like God knew to put me with that girl during this turbulent time, because I didn't know that was finna happen. But it happened while I was in the presence of somebody that really uplifted my spirit on a daily in there. Like, fuck, right. Diamond, look at your face today. Are you gonna do your eye makeup, fool? Oh my God. Like, you know what I mean? And so me and Galaxy, we had all the girls in there. We praying and we're talking about my dad, and I'm giving up the memories. And the next thing you know, Erica come and she lock us all in the room. And so the officer walked by, and it just so happened to be the right officer. She walked by thick as hell with her damn wig on. And she looked in the window and she said, "What the hell, y'all having an orgy in here?" And we was like, no, we lifted up our Bibles. And when I tell you, she stood there because she was going to keep us locked in there for a minute. I could tell they do that too. They will leave all 8 of y'all locked in there for the whole entire day. You won't come out for no tears. Y'all will just be looking stupid, locked in a cell, versus them doing 8 write-ups and sending 8 people to the hole. You know what I'm saying? Right. They'll just leave you locked in a room all day. They do shit like that, like just to fuck with you. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So when she saw that we were holding Bibles and I explained to her my dad just passed, they were like, her dad just died, da 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 da. She opened that cell up. Do you know she came in there and we started singing, "The Spirit of the Lord is here" in my cell. The Spirit of the Lord is here. We were so loud. The CO and literally 8 girls and myself, we were in my cell crying and singing, "The Spirit of the Lord is here." And it was like, that's when I knew, like at that moment, I'm like, damn, my dad really do be bringing people together, even in this prison. And I felt my dad's presence from that day on. Like my dad really walked the rest of that shit down with me for real, in spirit. And it's even my dad's calming spirit right now, and his words that stay in the back of my brain that keep me from flipping out on people when they trying to attack me while I'm going through everything I'm going through. You know what I'm saying? I'm still grieving. I'm still dealing with that. My dad is not the only person who died in there. My grandmother died October 23rd, 2023 as well. I lost my grandmother and my dad while I was in there. You know, my cousin went into a coma. She's still in a coma. Obviously I had lost my child. I had to gain back custody of my child. You know, had to get my place back. Nobody cares, but all 5 of my animals went to jail. That's serious shit to me. I sat in there grieving for a lot of different things, feeling suicidal and feeling really hurt. You know what I'm saying? So right. It really takes the spirit of my dad. Like my dad's spirit walks with me every day. That's why I can ignore sad people and sad spirits like that, because my dad's spirit trumps all of that. You understand what I'm saying? And right. I really appreciate those of y'all who are actually adult women. Yeah. So much
love, you know.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I think
also too, with your dad, I feel that just like you said, his presence, his words are still there with you.
They are.
And I think also too, that's why when you came out of prison, like you're like, you know, as far as all that fighting and everything like that, I don't want to do that no more.
I'm not.
And like, it's like people are trying to bring that
provoke me into doing it. Yeah.
Right. And you don't want to. Like, I mean, you even went through the name change, which I didn't ask you in the beginning, but you know, now you're Truh instead of Toxic, you know?
Yeah.
Like, how was the whole name change thing? Like, what was the thought process behind the name change?
So the thought process behind the name change is basically it's biblical. Hold on, y'all. I'm sorry. It's biblical, you know, because
we having church on Friday, right, Kay? You right about that.
Right. It's biblical. It's like I said, it's a Paul-Saul situation. It's a Saul-Paul situation. You know, the Bible says when you were a child, you do childish things, and when you're an adult, you